Welcome to Milford, Delaware. This is a commercial property that's listed for sale. It's at 112 Park Avenue, right in the town or city of Milford. And we're looking at an angle where part of this parking lot here on the side of the building comes with the property. So you have some parking spaces that are private parking for that business. There is a shared driveway entrance with the neighboring business, which is a restaurant. And then this is a senior center. They have parking. This senior center parking is for them. However, this current business does use it temporarily. They may have a separate agreement with them. But then this shopping center here it's all public parking. So there's a restaurant in here. There's another shopping center across the street. This happens to be early Sunday morning, so there's not a lot of people out right now. But shopping center there. This is a one-way street. There's the building there. We're going to head inside and take a look around at that. I want to show you some of the outside space. So we've got some geese here this morning. But it is waterfront. This is the Mispillion River. So if someone did want to turn this into a waterfront restaurant or any kind of waterfront business, you could put a patio or something like that out here. You'd have with the city's permission, of course, but there are a ton of permitted uses for this commercial property. Across the river here is a park, and that is the town's library, the brick building across that way. And this is parking that's probably good for, we had guessed, about 6 cars, depending how you put them in here. But like I said, there's parking, public parking right across in that shopping center there. We do have a sidewalk here for the business. There is 2 entrances here that we'll get into. There is the bay doors that gets into the working area there. And currently being used as an auto trim and accessory shop. They do tint and accessories for your vehicles. As I pan through the showroom space of the building, it's currently being used for a showroom, I want to talk a little bit about the property. So outside we saw a little parking lot off the side of the building, and then where the building sits. So that total land is about a quarter acre. It's 0.24 for the 2 parcels. So the parking lot is a separate parcel, but of course it is included as one deal. This building is an estimated square footage of 5,500 square feet. So what you see here in the showroom is only a portion of it. So we're going to get in and see the whole rest of it. This is the counter where they do their business currently. There is some, some ways to hang merchandise. Now, currently for sale for $650,000. That's just the commercial building and property. The business And inventory for the business can be separately outside of the sale, but at this time it's $650,000 for the property and the building. So this is classified as C2. C2 is commercial business district for the city of Milford. Let's turn this on here. This is what they're currently using for an office. So it's a rather big office, lots of areas to store things, and you have windows that look out to the showroom, which is nice. Further down this hallway there's no light in here, but it is a smaller storage room currently being used for that, but you can of course make it into whatever you want. So there's the hallway. We're gonna go now to the other side. Okay, so there's more storage currently back here. There is a window which would have nice water views. So they're using all this for storage. We'll get some more lights on. Here is another storage room with a work table here. This would go back out to the showroom, so we just kind of went in a circle. This is some extra storage room here, and then there's stairs that go upstairs. So we'll go up there in just a moment. I'll give a different angle. Stairs, that's the door to the showroom. And then right through here would be the garage area. So there's the bay door that we saw when we were outside. And then we'll just pan in here. There is heat in here. So this area is currently being used for, they do spray in bed liners. So someone could make this a paint booth or separate area to work if they wanted to. Someone could totally do away with anything to do with auto and do something completely different here. There's a whole list on the City of Milford's website for the zoning permitted uses for the commercial business district. Some ideas though, since this is such a large space, you have a ton of options. If somebody could turn this into a restaurant, any kind of retail, a barber, a craft distillery, microbrewery, a tavern, antique shop, laundry. There's a lot of things on that list. One other thing about it is there is a whole nother section that we'll go see. Someone could buy this and then ask the city for a permit to put in other tenants. So you could share the space and have possibly multiple tenancy in this building with a few different types of businesses. So you could break it up that way. So there's lots of options there. You could continue this auto if you wanted to. And there's another view of the water there. All right, so there is a bathroom, and it is right here. There's two separate electric hookups, so the other side, when we get to that, you'll be able to see that, but this is the panel for over here. Okay. But again, this property is super clean. It's waterfront. You could have any potential here is for the type of business you want to have. Doesn't have to be auto related. It could be something totally different under the permitted uses. When you're working with commercial property and you have your list of permitted uses, anything under the permitted uses should be granted by the town. But there's also conditional use if you have something a little bit creative or outside of that you could apply for. Okay, so again, approximately 5,500 square feet here. This building is what we found was going back to 1953. Okay, so the current business has been in operation since the early 80s. So they've been here. They've had a great success here the time that they've been here, and they've been in business here for a long time. Was very successful, and still is. All right, so let's take a look at upstairs, because upstairs is also a nice treat. So this is the sewing area currently for upholstery work, and look at these wooden floors, and then look at these beams holding the building together here. I think we measured 16 inches there on those. Also noting that this is a flat roof. So if you talk to the city, if you're interested in this building, you can have a good conversation with planning and zoning about what you could possibly do with going up, whether a rooftop deck or something that they may allow, because it does have a nice flat roof. Okay, we'll head back down. But just to recap, we're at 112 Park Avenue in Milford, Delaware. This is a commercial sale of the commercial property and building, and it is listed for $650,000. Its square footage wise has been estimated at 5,500 square feet, and the lot size is approximately a quarter acre, so it's 0.24 acres, so just a tad under a quarter. It includes two parcels. So the parcel we saw in the beginning was the parking lot, that's private parking for this spot, and then the building lot, which is two lots for one. They're zoned Central Business District, okay, which you can visit the zoning code at the City of Milford, which gives a complete list of what's already permitted in the Central Business District. And tons of things are in there. A bar, tavern, lounge, barber, beauty, church, clothing, commercial, retail, convenience store, dry cleaner, florist, nursery, food market, laundromat, medical dental office, restaurant, tons of things there. The list goes on. Okay, this building is a block or concrete building. It does have a flat roof. We estimate that it was built around 1953. The current business is not included in the price. The business and the inventory is separate, but the current business that's here has been here since the early 80s and has had great success. We are in the downtown district, so that's important because this city also has a lot of perks for new business coming in the downtown district. And some of those include waiving like certain permit fees, not increasing your assessment your assessment value so that your taxes go up for a certain amount of time. We're also there's a couple more perks there. You'd have to contact the city of Milford to get the exact things, but there's a lot to offer for a new business coming in. Also in a federal opportunity zone, which also has a few benefits if you want to look that up and see what those are. That's helpful too for new businesses coming in. The city of Milford, it has a population just over 10,000. It's split between Kent and Sussex County in Delaware. And it's rich in history. They had shipbuilding was a major industry along this Mispillion River. This Mispillion River behind us goes right out to the Delaware Bay. So you're close to the Delaware beaches. You're maybe just a few minutes away from some of those beaches along the Delaware Bay, and then about 30-minute drive time. Sometimes it could be a little less, a little more depending on traffic, to the resort beaches like Rehoboth and Dewey and Bethany Beach, things like that. So there's plenty of population and plenty of things going on. Now the city of Milford also does, their parades, and they have festivals, and they do a lot for the community. So there's a lot of community activities that go on that you could definitely be a part of. There's lots of opportunity here. You have a great waterfront property, commercial space, huge building, private parking, and it's up to you to do what you want and see how you want to make it work. Let's see, there's also a nature trail right around the corner and a dog park. We're gonna go, so if you remember from the beginning, there was 2 more doors here. So there's this one, but we're not gonna open that one, we're gonna open this one. The electric is currently off over here, so we'll see how the lighting is. Pretty good. Okay. So this is a big open space currently. So there used to be, look up at the ceiling, another garage bay door here, but you can tell there's concrete here, but then up here is wood, so they covered that in an outfitted spot here. So this room, which is a little dark right now, it can be redone. And then currently storage. This was also, someone had put a little bathroom in here, but it needs to be redone. Either way, this is a big amount of space. As you can see, if someone wanted to put a couple different offices in here, you have room for that even. Lots of natural light and some views of the water. And then we should be able to see the parking lot out here. Yeah. And the water. This must have been an old fan